Hello, welcome to Pike Creek Farm. Today's a day off from work, but it's a busy day. Errands to run, texts, prepare to go see. But I wanted to stop and talk to you guys. It's been busy and I haven't done that. And if this is your first time here, my name is Renee. I'm in the thumb of Michigan, and I like to do videos on canning and vintage recipes and baking and just life at this stage of life. I am semi-retired in my early 60s and working part-time, but trying to be thrifty and thrive and just enjoy life. So, okay, the thrifty part is coming into impact this week. I don't know, just the way the paychecks fell and some unexpected expenses, and my son's getting married in August at our place, so some extra expenses with that, which is awesome. I love it, but you know, so I am going to call this video Spring into Savings. That is my goal for April. Spring happened. I know we're going to get some warm weather soon here. Please. We have sunshine today though, and it's going to be 50, so that's like miraculous. But it is time for me to spring into some savings so that I can have this wedding, you know, the way we want it. And it's not going to be anything huge or fancy, but you know, you still want things to be nice. And there's some things we want to do, some projects. So I am springing into savings to make that happen. So I started today making bread. This is a cinnamon loaf. Hopefully it didn't leak too bad. Sometimes they leak. I gotta put some butter on top. But I wanted to share with you some things that I'm gonna do and some smart ways of, or at least I think they're smart ways of, I put some butter on top. Isn't that pretty? My other loaf is in there. It's a plain loaf. And as I was taking it out, I hit the rim of the stove. So then it went, so I set it back out and it rose back up to the top of the pan, and now it's in the oven baking. Hopefully it's good enough. But that's one of the things I do to be thrifty is I make bread. And I haven't for the past couple of weeks, and I bought some nicer breads in the store, and bread's not cheap. And this is so simple. So simple. It makes 2 loaves, and it's, you know, butter, oil, water, sugar, flour, yeast, salt. That's it. That's not expensive stuff. So here's some things that I'm going to do to spring into savings. And some of them I might not do all of them, but I'm going to share some different ideas with you. And the first is spring clean for cash. And boy, do I need to do some spring cleaning, especially with a wedding happening here later in the summer. But I have closets and cupboards I need to go through. And I have a friend who was doing that, and I bought something for the wedding from her. She was selling all from her 2 daughters that got married, all the things she had bought for the showers and the wedding. So we all have things, I mean, I think we all do, at least I do, that have accumulated and that we need to get rid of, that we're not going to use again, that are taking up space. And so you can put them for sale on Facebook Marketplace. You can, sometimes some papers have freebies. If it's under so much money, you can have a yard sale, garage sale. Still a little cold here for that. My future daughter-in-law is planning on having one, so I'll help her with that. Some people even do eBay. I've never sold anything on eBay. So that's the first thing. You know, spring clean for cash. It's okay to throw some things out, but if there's something someone else might want, if you get 20 bucks, 50 bucks from everything, that's better in your pocket than just in the garbage. Or the next thing is grocery savings. And if you follow my channel, you know I go through. The last month I wasn't doing as much. I was sticking to the higher end of my grocery budget. I'm backing it back down because I really don't need to do that. I have a lot of stuff stock, you know, in my pantry, in my freezer. So I'm going to try and stick to dairy because we have no cows and some fresh vegetables. I have lots of canned and frozen vegetables, but we like lettuce and some, you know, fresh tomatoes. So some things like that, but I'm going to keep it to a very minimum. And we do need like milk and half and cheese. So So that's the main things I will be buying. And when I do go buy produce, I'm going to try and really stick to the things that are on sale and in season. Like coming in now is asparagus, strawberries. I got strawberries last week for 99 cents a pound. So we had strawberry shortcake, which was a real treat. Spinach, there's different of those early spring vegetables that aren't growing here yet, but they'll start being brought into the stores. And soon asparagus will be here, soon. And rhubarb. I love rhubarb. So that's my second tip. Let's pay attention to our grocery shopping and see how we can save. Develop our menus to take advantage of what we already have in the house. And then, buy what's on sale, in season. And those seasonal produce taste so good when they first come in. It's such a treat, at least for me. I was so excited to get asparagus down to a good price, and we really enjoyed it for a few dinners. The next thing, this is number 3 on my list, is let's go do outdoor things and fun stuff for less, or for free even. I'm very fortunate. We live not far from the lake, so we have there's 2 state parks, and there's county parks, there's and nature preserves, and with trails, so we can go do all, take advantage of that. Take a picnic lunch if we want, if it's a nice day, or just fix up a nice coffee and go for a ride. We love doing bird watching. We like rock hunting. And it's just spending time together and enjoying that early spring weather. My husband down the back landing, he has his bike out. He'll be getting my bike out. And we didn't even ride him really last year. Well, he's starting early. We're going to be bike riding this year. So we both want to get in better physical shape and not lose. As you age, you want to keep moving, so things keep moving. Jim always says things in motion stay in motion, and we want to stay in motion. But even if we want to just be outdoors here, we can have a bonfire and just sit and talk. He'll play some music. Sometimes we'll cook something over the bonfire. Like we love baked potatoes, or we have like the sandwich pie makers, and we'll do pizzas, or we'll put jam in them. Oh, it's so good. We will, if we have marshmallows, we do s'mores, but I don't think we have any of those yet. But there's lots of other things that we do. We even can cook dinner over the fire. We love stargazing, and if we go in our backyard, it's real dark. We also have a dark park up by us, which is one of like 2 in the state of Michigan. And it's so far from any other lights from towns that it's so dark. So we've been having, there's been more northern lights lately this year, it seems like in the past year. So we'll go watch and see if we can get any cool pictures of the northern lights. I've done it before. I'll try and put one up here. I should have them. And then the last thing I'm doing for springing into savings is planting my garden. I love my garden. And I'm fortunate that I have a local farmer who does weekly veggie boxes, so I don't need to plant a huge variety, just the things I really like to can. And then I get from him or the farmer's market more variety. And so check in your area, see if there's, I think they're called CSA boxes, any produce stands. Sometimes they're cheaper than the farmer's market. Check your farmer's market. Those are all great places. Go to your libraries and see if they have seed sharing. You can start your seeds now. We're starting some, and we have flower seeds to put out for the wedding. You can even do a windowsill garden. Get some lovely herbs in there. And it's green and it's bright and it's fresh, and they're so good to add to your cooking. And it just lifts up your cooking, makes it taste amazing. So check your local extension, see if they're going to have a plant sale. I know ours, the Master Gardeners, do something, and so I can go to that, and you can get some great starts there. Plus you can, they have a lot more knowledge about gardening than I do, so they will share their knowledge, and that's part of that program, is doing those kind of events. I wish we had a Master Preserver certification here in Michigan, because I would be all up for that. So I think it's really important as we're moving into this new season, to not just like go hog wild and spend, unless you know you want to and you have the means. But I think it's good to be a little conservative and to spring into the savings and see how we can save money and we can conserve money and still thrive and still have fun things and do fun stuff and still feel good about ourselves. That's, you know, really important, to feel good about yourself. I've been working on crocheting spa sets, and it just gives, when you give that to someone, it just cheers them up. But I just wanted to get on quick and let you know that April is going to be spring into savings on my channel. And there's going to be a lot of ways I'm doing that, both with like everything I mentioned, plus canning. I have a lot of canning projects planned, and so I'll be doing another video on that. Come on and join me, and let's spring into savings and have fun and feel good about our checkbooks not getting too small. No leaks. Maybe a little there, but that's pretty good. Cut into this, it's going to be swirls of cinnamon sugar. So here's one loaf. Thank you for joining me. We'll see you next time at Pike Creek Farm.